Good morning. I am your Meet the Author anchor, Dr. Jacque Eaves. My education is in human services with a counseling specialization, but my passion is coaching. Our special guest today is Miss Barbara Gustavson. Barbara is the founder of Discover Next Step. She is a speaker, facilitator, author, executive coach, and leadership trainer. Barbara, you answered the call to live boldly, and now you teach others to discover their value, live purposefully, and contribute their gifts to the world. Barbara, welcome to Meet the Author. Tell us about your book, Permission to be Bold, a guide to loving yourself, living fully, and leaving your mark on the world.
Thank you, and good morning, viewers. In my book, I hope to provide a reality check because we cannot make the impact that we're meant to make if we don't seize the moment and pursue our calling and lead ourselves. And my hope is for people to use this book as a tool to help unlock their unique voice and find the boldness that's already inside them.
Barbara, please share some of the factors that prevent us from moving forward. What are the common factors that prevent us from pursuing our dreams?
Thank you for the questions. You know, as adults, when we want different results, we need to take a look at our learned patterns and our behaviors to decide, what do I want to keep and what do I want to change? And this is a daily process and accomplished, I believe, by first giving ourselves permission to take back our power and live life fully and purpose-filled lives. Otherwise, we experience resistance. And this process requires being your authentic self and being willing to take off the mask that you wear, figurative mask, of course. And this is only the beginning. We need to examine and take a look at the fears, guilt, and doubt that have been keeping us from our potential. Developing new ways of thinking, it often means letting go of what we've done before, and that can be scary for a lot of people. It also means standing up, embracing and owning your gifts, even your mess, and also not rushing the process. And all these areas and more are outlined in the book.
Barbara, you outline those items very well in your book, and each of these areas requires a deeper dive. As you know, we are living in unprecedented times. How has giving yourself permission to be bold changed your life? When you envision your future, what advice would you have for our viewers on how they can look forward to better and brighter days when there is so much uncertainty?
Dr. Eaves, I cover this question in my chapter, Grow Slow. And some people don't like this idea as they want to go fast. But we can still grow and we can even soar during times of challenge and uncertainty if we trust the process, which I've mentioned this before. And this requires us to be willing to be open and share what you're experiencing so you can encourage other people. We tend to see vulnerability as something that is negative. I believe it can strengthen our relationships, and there's many other factors. And I want to touch on the importance of putting on the right mindset. This takes time too. But it can begin with simply being aware and open to more growth. And this desire opens the door and it helps us be more willing and curious enough to ask the right questions, sometimes the difficult questions. And when we do this, we start to get the answers that we need for that time. And this is when having a life coach has helped me personally.
As a fellow life coach, I really appreciate your approach and format of your book. At the end of each chapter, there is a summary and reflection questions. Is there anything that the viewers need to understand about why this approach is effective in giving yourself permission to be bold?
And as you know, there are many benefits to journaling, and the questions I created at the back of the book are intended to help the reader develop their own personal growth plan. I recommend you keep a journal just to capture your thoughts and answers along the way. Also, new ideas or other aha moments that come up. And this book can also be used in a small group or with an accountability partner. And one of the major benefits of coaching is accountability. And this is so true for many aspects of life.
I totally agree. In my book, Daily Pearls for Girls, Letters of Wisdom, I share words of wisdom from mothers. I really enjoyed your chapter entitled Push Past. This chapter is dedicated to identifying and overcoming obstacles. In the book, you share an example of how your mother not only knew how to turn lemons into lemonade, she loved teaching others how to make their own lemonade. Please share how she discovered her purpose.
So my mom, Peggy Sue, was the youngest of 13 children and born into a family of sharecroppers in the deep, deep South. And I remember her telling me stories that she started picking cotton as early as 4 years old. And life was hard for them, and she and her family experienced poverty on so many levels. But deep inside, she knew that she was created for more. And with her strong faith and her belief, she knew that one day her life would change, and thankfully it did. And she was one of the most courageous women I've ever known. And while she left us way too soon, thankfully I got to witness her fulfilling her dream of becoming a nurse. And she touched many lives. And she's really the one who inspired me to find my purpose and calling in life.
What a beautiful story of overcoming and pursuing purpose. Our segment is about to wrap, but I found so many nuggets in your book, even in the afterword. Barbara, thank you for your transparency. The goal of Meet the Author is to spotlight authors and their literary creations. There is a level of vulnerability involved in writing and publishing a book, and even coming on television to tell others about it. Barbara's book is available wherever books are sold. If you are an author and would like to spotlight your literary creation, you are welcome to reach out to us at www.yourultimatelifecoach.com or GTV Networks on Fox 5 Plus, Washington, D.C. And remember, you are the author of your story. Make it an adventure.